This is now when you are able to see what friendships, relationships, work, activities, routines, beliefs, and deeper stories are also being lovingly asked to be released. Nothing is meant to be held forever. And the holding on to anything too tightly or too long is only constricting and restricting your growth and expansion as a human. Hello, sweet, beautiful souls, and welcome back. Today, I am going to be sharing a channeled message for the month of September, which truly blows my mind. I feel like time is speeding up and getting faster and faster and faster. I am sure many of you are feeling similarly. This message feels a little bit different than ones that I have shared in the past. They were very specific. And you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean when I read the message. But it was, rather than like multiple themes, like they're really asking us to get clear and simplify tangibly and non-tangibly. So what they shared in this message was really, there's so much here. There's so much here. I feel like it'll all make sense after I read it. So, I think let's just go ahead and dive into this message, and then we'll do the little debrief as we always do. I'm going to be reading it for the first time with you all, so that we can really experience it all together. Once again, I always like to make sure that my channel is clear. So I have not listened or read any other updates for the month of September. There are many amazing other astrologers, channelers that I love as well, but I always make sure that I keep my channel clear so that I don't get any mixed signals. So know that. And as always, with any channeled information, take what doesn't and whatever, or take what resonates and whatever doesn't is totally fine. But I do believe you always draw this to you. So with that, I am going to read the September channeled message. Come into your truth, into your authenticity, into the whole of creation. For in the whole of creation, you are reminded of who you truly are. We wish to speak of September, this upcoming month. This month will be filled with opportunities. Opportunities for expansion, growth, new connections, new experiences, new revelations, new insights about oneself and about one's experience here on Earth. However, we wish to remind you that the new realizations of oneself is not always fun nor easy. But you did not sign up for fun and easy. For if you are listening to this, you are here on the path of growth. The path of growth requires a depth of feeling that is not always experienced by the masses. For when you go into the depths of feeling, you create space for the depth of joy. It is in your ability to deeply feel that you signal to the universe that you are open to the experiences of life that you declare that you are. Declare boldly, authentically, succinctly what you desire. And then let it go. Allow always this or something better. For the universe hears, sees, and knows what you want. But you must ask. You must ask, declare, and create space for your desires. To create space for desires is a physical and energetic act of preparing for that which you desire. whether it is to clear physical clutter in your environment or emotional clutter, trauma, resentment, anger, grief, or sadness being held and stored in the body vessel. If you find you are continuing to clean the physical with no progress seemingly to be made, it is the cue to look further and deeper within. Your external environment will only mirror that which you hold within. So do not be surprised if by releasing fear, grief, anger, sadness, you suddenly feel inspired, compelled, or even elated to now purge the physical. For what is physical? The physicalities of this dimension are here as props, aiding in the human experience to show you parts of yourself. How you respond to physical objects represents mirroring to you aspects of oneself. For what many deem as valuable may hold no merit to you. We invite you to use this as a barometer for learning oneself. For many of you are asking and seeking, who am I? You are eternal, infinite soul. This is what you are. But to understand this in a way in which your humanness and brain can comprehend, do this via the physicalities of your experience. Through understanding your attachments or lack of attachments, joy, cravings, pleasure, and the desires of the physical realm, you come to know more deeply the imprinting of your unique human experience. Begin to get curious. Do the things you own still bring you joy? You may find that what you once loved and found delight with no longer arouses the same level of excitement. In this case, lovingly release it. The current energies are encouraging, supporting, and amplifying, simplifying, releasing, and coming into deeper clarity within. For to hold on to anything which does not serve is only taking up space that could be filled by something which you desire. When you come to see, know, and understand what makes your human happy on the physical plane, be it the types of clothes, furniture, cars, or things to support certain experience that you desire to have, you now come to see how your human ticks, what brings you joy and what does not. Now, you may get into deeper levels, deeper clearing, cleansing, and releasing. This is now when you are able to see what friendships, relationships, work, activities, routines, beliefs, and deeper stories are also being lovingly asked to be released. Nothing is meant to be held forever. And the holding on to anything too tightly or too long is only constricting and restricting your growth and expansion as a human. Now, we do not encourage you to make abrupt or overly inflated decisions, such as getting rid of everything or leaving all your friends at once. However, if this is something you are feeling called to do, notice this feeling within you. This is simply signifying that you are being weighed down physically and thus, too, energetically. This month, we advise you to ask and take inventory. What truly serves you? What truly inspires you? What truly delights you? What truly sparks joy within your spirit, soul, mind, and body? Identifying these for yourself, free from societal expectations or imprinting, is where your secrets lie. This is how you create success. This is how you create wealth. This is how you create health. This is how you create joy, ease, flow, fun, love, and joy. Through ridding yourself of the beliefs, stories, physicalities, imprinting, weights, and things of the human experience that are not in alignment with your true nature. This month is filled with the energy of potentials, of potent, fertile ground. And it all begins with you, with your declaring your worth, asking for support, and taking that leap to release and call in that which you desire. You can have, do, be, and see anything you desire. For you are everything. You're the cosmos, the stars, the wind, and the sea. And as you come to see and release what no longer serves, you come deeper into the awareness of wisdom, knowledge, and truth within you. And so I just invite you to breathe that in. Breathe in that frequency, that transmission. These always are exactly what I need to hear too. And there's so much here, as always. As always, I invite you to go back and listen to the different layers. You will get different things every time. But, on the surface, this can sound like spring cleaning, fall cleaning, summer cleaning, rather. But it's so much deeper. It's so much deeper. And we're really being asked to take inventory of our lives, of the physical, the energetic, the spiritual. What is serving you? What are you holding on to? Physically, emotionally, spiritually, that is not serving you. Because here's the thing. Wherever you want to go, whether it is creating something for your health, your wealth, your relationships, your life, whatever it is, we have to create the space first. And often creating the space for that means releasing what doesn't serve us. And so that can look like so many things, and they were saying there's the physical aspect and there's the non-physical aspect. So this could be just cleaning your place and like releasing those old objects that you've just been holding on to just because. Or it could be releasing those friendships that every time you're with them, it's draining to you. Like if you're seeking new friendships that are aligned and fuel your soul, it might mean leaving the ones that don't. And you know within you which ones are serving you and which ones are not. And that might create a period of like discomfort, because there's always a little bit of discomfort in releasing the familiar, whatever it is. Our minds, that's what our minds are literally wired to do, or our brain rather. Our brain is wired for the familiar and to keep us alive. That's what it wants. It wants the same. It wants to keep us alive. And it feels paramount. It feels paramount right now to really take inventory of what is serving us and what is not. And only you can know that. So for myself, I think of a lot of things that I have held on to. So I'll just share for myself. So there are physical things that I hold on to, have held on to, that I've been feeling kind of like the nudge to just like release. Because like they're sentimental, right? But at the same time, my guides were sharing with me, they're like, but that's not who you are anymore. It reminds you of who you used to be. That's not who you want to be. And so it's like, again, like they're saying, like, don't throw away everything or leave all your friends all at once. But it's like, begin to really get curious and ask, like, is this still serving me? Is this still serving me? Is this more importantly, is this serving where I want to go? Is this serving where I want to go? And that's the difference. That's the difference, because it might be serving your comfort zone, but it might not be serving where you're going. And I think it's so, oh my gosh, so good when they said if you're struggling, like if you feel like you are like releasing physical things and that energy is like it's still coming back, like it's still coming back. Well, this is an invitation to look at what's going on inside, right? Like they were saying, grief, sadness, fear, resentment, anger, like we gotta let them go. We got to let them go. You need to forgive who you're needing to forgive, or release the grief or sadness. Like work with someone who can help you with this if you're needing support with that. There are so many different ways and ways that we can heal now. Like reach out to someone, whether it's hypnotherapy or energy healing or counseling or whatever you feel called to release those emotions within you. They're not serving you and they're not serving where you're needing to go and wanting to go. And so if you have like if you feel like the physical aspect is fine, like, and you're still not seeing that movement, that's where addressing those emotions within, it's so important. We're human beings. No one's, no one comes into this experience without accumulating some stuff. That's just kind of how it works in this 3D, which is something I wanted to clarify too. They said you're human, you're human. So just to clarify as well, that like they're literally referring to like you're human, your body, you're human. Like this is my human. So if that was confusing for anyone, because ultimately you are a spirit, you are a soul in a human vessel. And I know that that term can be just like thrown around. So like they said, what are you? Who am I? I'm an infinite soul. But like these things that we have been said so many times, they start to lose weight, because it's like, well, yeah, I get it that I'm an infinite soul, but what does that mean? So then they're like, okay, that was another thing I really, really wanted to touch upon, is it's like, they're like, look at your physical, what do you like? Like very physically, like what do you like? Um, this is another thing that's been very relevant for me, is like, I realized a lot of the things that I used to like, I don't like anymore. That's okay. But you're going to learn you're human. You're going to learn yourself through knowing like what inspires you. Like for me, for example, when I know some people like love designer handbags and designer shoes that actually has like no, I have no desire. Like even if money was no object for me, I wouldn't spend it on that. I wouldn't spend it on that. And that's okay. And here's the thing, like there's no judgment. There's absolutely no judgment, but this is what they're saying about coming to learn who you are, because it's like, well, what would I spend that on? Oh, well, I would want to go travel. I would want to go like to all of these places on my bucket list, like if money were no object. And so it's like, and I would also really want to invest in some of these like really cool new health gadgets. And like that's what like lights me up and fires me up. Um, and handbags don't. That's okay. And if handbags like make you super excited, like you're still coming to know you're human. And like that's okay. That's okay. There's not like a right or wrong or a good or bad. It's like coming to know what excites you. And so why they really brought up this like getting to know what actually excites you is it's like, okay, look around. What do you have around you, physically or non-physically, that's not lighting you up? Because if you, whatever you want, you need to create space for it. You need to create space for it. And so if you want handbags, for example, like maybe get rid of like your old handbag that is super worn out and dirty and you like don't love looking at it anymore. Get rid of it and be like, okay, universe, like I'm releasing this. And like they said, this or something better. The worst thing is that you release it and you get something of like, this is how the universe works. The worst thing is that you release it and you get the same energy back. But if you say this or something better, you release it and you say, okay, universe, I want this instead. You now create space for that. Same with, and this can be a little bit harder to wrap our minds around with health, but really like health is the same thing. So like releasing that handbag that doesn't, I don't know why I keep talking about handbags, releasing whatever that's like in your environment that isn't serving you can lead to improving your health, because it's like, okay, I'm now creating space to feel good, to call in that which I desire in my body. That still takes space and energetic space in our bodies. Okay. So this upcoming month, there's a lot in store. There's a lot of opportunities, new relationships, new experiences. And if anything, it's like get excited, get really excited. But at the same time, whatever it is that you're seeking for, we must first create space. So I invite you to be playful with this, be fun, be tuned into your inner child, as well as the next level version of you, the version of you that has your desires. What is he or she already doing? What do they not have? What have they released in order to get to where they want to go? And so, with that, my friends, let me know you're listening. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. I would be so grateful. And until next time, I am sending you all infinite love and light.